The Fall Classic between the Pittsburg State Gorillas and the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats can be summed up as the Missouri-Kansas border war of Division II. But despite a heated rivalry on the Arrowhead Stadium gridiron, the two states were at one time partners with America's national pastime. The story of the Kansas-Missouri baseball connection is on this Fall Classic special edition of Dominic's Fun Facts. Part of the Kansas-Oklahoma-Missouri League, the Pittsburgh Browns were a minor league Class D affiliate of Major League Baseball's St. Louis Browns. A local attraction, Pittsburgh fans would fill the ballpark to watch the Browns play against other teams affiliated with the Dodgers, Cubs, and Yankees. Fans even got to see a teenage shortstop-turned-outfielder when the Independence Yankees came to town, a young man by the name of Mickey Mantle.
Sure, we got in the games free.
As a young boy, Jim Vanbeclear worked with the Browns, selling scorecards.
I could sell them for 25 cents, and at the seventh inning, I could stop and watch the ball game. Everybody else had to keep on selling concessions.
It was on this side at Sportsman's Park that the St. Louis Browns played baseball until after the 1953 season when they moved to Baltimore to become the Orioles. However, in the mid-40s and early 50s, players who wanted to make their way to St. Louis had to start their careers in Pittsburg, Kansas.
St. Louis area native Don Lenhart was drafted by the Browns, and he began his career in Aberdeen, South Dakota, the team's Class C organization.
And evidently they didn't think I was good enough to play Class C ball. So they sent me to Pittsburg, Kansas. When I arrived at Pittsburg, Kansas, I had hardly any money. No money. So I met the manager, who was Jimmy Crandall, and his wife, whose name was Irish, and they gave me enough money to eat. And that night I went to the ballpark and I was playing. I was playing left field, and I hit a home run. And they drew very well then in those leagues, you know, because there was nothing else to do after World War II. So they all drew very well. They passed the hat, and I made about $100 passing the hat, which is as much as I was making a month. And I had a very good season in Pittsburg, Kansas. I hit quite a few home runs. I never thought that I probably had enough ability to get to the big league. It's a dream that I had fulfilled. My dad and my mother were both big baseball fans, and my dad played some sandlot ball, played catch with me all the time, and I just feel fortunate.
Lenhart played from 1950 to 1954, and during that time, he was able to make baseball history.
I think it's still a record. I hit 2 grand slams in 1 week with 2 different clubs. I was with Boston, and I hit a grand slam the day that they traded me to Detroit.
Okay.
So I went to Detroit and came right back into Boston and then hit a grand slam against Boston.
Renovated for a new generation, the Browns ballpark is still used today by local Pittsburgh teams.
Some additional facts about the Browns include Pete Gray. He's the first one-arm baseball player to play in the major leagues, and he played for St. Louis in 1945. In 77 games, he batted .218 and drove in 13 RBIs. Just a year earlier, the Browns won their only American League championship. They lost to the Cardinals in the 1944 World Series in 6 games. Since moving to Baltimore, they've won 6 pennants and 3 World Championships. Always remember, if you want to see previous fun fact videos, you can go to our YouTube page. And if you see anything interesting or odd around Maryville or Northwest Missouri, feel free to send me an email. You never know if it could be a fun fact. That's all for Dominic's Fun Facts this week. Until next time, take care.